done by Lotto lah. So whoever send your luckiest person out later, okay? To draw, see who gets what theme. Alright, now after you think of the theme, you have to think of who you are making it for. Yes.
After you got the Totoro exchange.
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Second question is who am I making this for? Okay, that means your target audience. Okay, then third one, how do I want to show this? So how do I want to showcase my theme to other people? Then what materials do I have? Which means all the materials that you brought today, correct? Then what are the books that I can put up? Because why this is a book display, you need to put up at the end of the day. Alright? Okay, so things to consider. The first thing is theme. Okay, like I said, you can do current events, you can do things that are interesting or interest you, you can do similar titles, or you can do things, books written by the same author. Now if you see this display over here, it's a Harry Potter display. Okay, Harry Potter display. Now it says here that fall means Quidditch season. So they're taking the autumn period, right, at the time of the season, the autumn season, and they're using it to sell Harry Potter books. Because Harry Potter books, they can draw one theme towards it. Alright? So this is by current events. Okay? Now, J.K. Rowling recently is writing a new book, or is publishing a new book, right? The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Now this book, she already made that book, yeah. The movie is coming out, alright? Now that book you can actually use and sell it under the same author. So you can put books by the same author, J.K. Rowling, and all the books that she wrote down. Alright? She. Harry Potter's writer is a girl.
Yeah, you don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah. Okay, now second thing to know, okay? Target audience, okay? What is the age of the people that you're targeting, okay? And who exactly you're targeting. Now, this is important because it will tell you what sort of English you should use, okay? And it will tell you how much information you should give them. So let's say you have a primary 1 student and you're going to give them a book about fairy tale. What are you going to tell them? Happy, fun, right? Happy ever after. It's very simple words, right? Now, would you say something like, this book explores the beauty of fairy tale lands and so on? Would you say something like that? Exactly, P1s will not understand, right? But if you write it for an adult might be quite interesting. I think I can pick up. I think I can come and try a book. Correct? So your target audience really matters, right? Whether it's a child, whether it's a teenager, whether it's an adult, whether it's an old person. Alright? Now whether you are giving this to everybody, so you're creating a book display that will apply for everyone, or whether you're creating a book display just for your school people. So maybe your display will just say West North Secrets and then all the different books down there. So that one will be targeted directly at your school. Now if you want to target the general public, maybe you open up and you put lots of different types of books instead. Okay, now how do you want to show it? Okay, first of all, is your display static or is your display interactive? This one will determine how you place your things, where you put your things, okay? What is the space that you are given? Now for this case, your space is that one block, okay? You have 4 shelves. So you have to fill all 4 shelves. Okay? Then what are the elements of my theme? That means, for example, this is the steampunk genre, okay? Steampunk is a sort of science fiction fantasy sort of mixture. Okay? Now steampunk elements include things like machinery, include things like airships, include things like clockwork, mechanics and that sort of thing. So you can see inside this display over here, right? There are lots of the elements that is displayed here. Okay? Now, next thing, what materials do I have? Okay? Now, most of the time, when you make a display, you'll find no money to spend. Okay? Nobody's gonna give you money and like, oh, take as much as you want, go outside, buy all the toys you want, come back, we build this display together, it will be beautiful. Nobody's gonna say that, right? How many of you can tell me you can cash sponsor? Cannot, right? Nobody can, right? Okay? So you have to spend what you have. So if you have nothing, so what do you take? You take milk cartons, you take bottles, you take newspapers, you take all these things that you can take out from everywhere and you try and make them into something else. Okay? So that is your second point, which is physical items. Okay, what can I make out of the things that I have? Can you believe that a milk carton can be made into a tiger? Yeah, a bird can be created out of a toilet roll?
Yes.
Right? So lots of things can be done using the materials that you have with you already. Okay? Now, one more thing to consider, okay, what books do I put up? This is very, very important because without a book display, without books, your display is just a display. It's not a book display. Okay, it's a display. That's it. Okay. Now, first of all, you must make sure that it follows your theme. Okay. Then you must make sure that the books that you choose are suitable for your target audience. Now, let's say you have an adult who is looking for books. You're creating a book display for an adult. What sort of books are you gonna pick?
Old books.
Old books like what?
Oh yeah.
Let's say it's about fairy tales. Fairy tales for adults.
What?
Tangled.
Tangled, maybe. What else? Classics, right? Classics. Things that you can put up. Thicker books, correct? Now, if your target audience is an adult, are you gonna put ABCs with Rapunzel? Are you gonna put 1, 2, 3s with Snow White and the dwarfs? Something like that? No. Right, because adults are not interested in this. So you have to make sure that you pick books that fits the target audience. So you need to know who your target audience is. Okay, yes. End of Green Gables can be accepted depending on your theme. Okay, if your theme fits, then you can use it. Okay, now the type of book. Okay, now this one only applies if you are making a display inside the library, so people can go over and take out the book. Alright. Now soft cover or hard cover, because soft covers usually lie down better. Hard covers must stand because then the cover can be propped open. Can show everyone how pretty it is. Alright. Now, can you afford to leave the book there? This is the important point that Long Ways was actually saying just now. Okay. Now, if the books that you want to display are books that you want people to own, are you gonna put the book, the only copy of the book, behind the glass on your display? You cannot afford to leave the book there, right? So what you do is you scan the cover, you print out a copy, so you just stick the picture there and tell them this is where you go to find the book. Okay? So you tell them the information as to how they can go around and find the books. Now in general, right, people don't know what are call numbers. Do you guys still remember what are call numbers? Sure?
Yes.
Okay, what is the call number for Lord of the Rings? The author's name is J.R.R. Tolkien.
TOL.
TOL. Very good. Okay. So what is the call number for Chronicles of Narnia?
I didn't read.
The author is C.S. Lewis.
LEW.
Lewis spelled with L-E-W-I-S.
LEW.
L-E.
Alright. Okay. So you know that the first 3 letters of the author's surname is what makes the call number. Okay. Now, doing a display. Now these are the basic steps. Okay. First of all, you will write about your theme. You write about everything that your theme is holding. So let's say you're talking about science fiction. So what is inside science fiction? What is inside science fiction? You guys know?
Science.
Science. What else?
Biology.
Aliens and gadgets.
Aliens and gadgets. Yes.
Yes. Spaceship.
Spaceships. Yes. What else? You have technology. right?
UFOs.
Science fiction has technology. Yes. Rockets. Very good. Now you also have things such as, you know, the Divergent and the Hunger Games series, the dystopian worlds, right? The universes. Alright, so themes like that encompass all those items, okay? So what are the good books that you have that fit that theme? Now, can anyone name me a good science fiction book? Nobody.
I thought it was good.
Unwind.
Unwind, yes, very good. Anyone else? No? Alright, science fiction books, you can use things like Unwind, you can use things like Itch, you can use things like, Itch is a book, it's a science fiction book, okay? Then you can use things such as the Nerdy Dozen, that series, okay? It's about a kid who can drive spacecraft, okay? You can use Terry Pratchett's books, Only You Can Save Mankind, and so on. Alright?
Hyperspace High series also.
Okay, so now next step is to prepare your props, alright? So all your recycled materials in front of you, right? So these are your props that you have to use. Now for this library over here, right? They happen to have a very big space, okay? They can hang a dragon from the ceiling, as you can see, but you can't afford to hang a dragon from a ceiling. You only have 1 box and 4 shelves, alright? So you have to make sure that your props can fit inside the box, inside the shelves, okay? Next thing, you have to select your books. So when you go out, you find your books, okay? You can look for popular popular book. So, for example, you know that Geronimo Stilton is popular. You don't like it, but you know that it's popular. It can draw attention of little kids, correct? And you want them to start reading things that are not Geronimo Stilton anymore. So maybe you take Geronimo Stilton, you put down there, and you say, if you like this, you can read all these books over here. Right? So you can attract their attention with something that they like, and then put something else beside it. Okay? Now another one is books with low circulation. Now low circulation means that it might be a very good book, it might be not a very good book, but basically nobody wants to borrow it, nobody wants to take it, nobody sees the potential in it, so they don't want to read it. Now these are the sort of books that you should try and promote to other people. Okay? Now maybe if it's not a very good book, don't promote it lah. Promote something that you know is a very good book and something that you want to tell other people it's worth it.
Yeah.
This is worth your time. Right? Now you must remember, when you pick your books, you have to fit your theme, okay? Now if you do a princess theme, are you going to put a dinosaur there?
Unless if the dinosaur can hit it again.
Maybe.
Yeah, Jinta will have it.
Alright. Then if you do a theme about underwater traveling, are you going to put Mount Everest there?
Can.
Unless
You
Mount
can
Everest
show
goes
how
out,
deep,
no, no.
what is
Underwater traveling. Yeah,
Underwater.
Unless the story has Mount Everest underwater.
Okay. Then if you're doing a book display about the Titanic, are you gonna put stories about beavers?
I don't
The
know.
beaver is inside the Titanic.
The Titanic is in the middle of the sea. You cannot live in the middle of the sea. Right? Okay. So you must make sure that the books have to fit your theme, alright? Now, last thing, right? You have to prepare a resource list. This is because your books, you cannot just keep putting the same books there. Everybody's gonna get bored of those books eventually, correct? If you just keep putting the same book every day the person walk past, then maybe the person read the book already, and then the person walk past again and the book is still there. It's the same title, right? So you have to prepare a resource list, okay? You can use websites like the Novelist or you can use our NLB catalog. Okay? So find at least 6 to 8 books, right? When you are doing your display for each theme, okay? Now this will allow the people who are in charge of the display to unlock the display, help you change your stories around, and then close it back up so the display will always be refreshed. So have new books there. Okay? Now, when you create a resource list, you have to make sure you have the book cover there. Now you have to make sure that you tell the person what is the title, what is the author, and what is the call number. Now if you don't tell them this, they will not be able to find the book. Okay? They will not be able to find the cover to get the correct book that you want and put it inside the display. Okay? Now this is what Novelist website looks like, okay? So all you do is type here what you want. So for example, you want to read about, what do you want to read about? Bring a topic. What?
The graveyard.
Alright, so you like the graveyard book, so you write here, the graveyard book, alright? Once you click search, you will find the graveyard book and it will tell you a whole list of read-alikes, which are books similar to the graveyard books, which you might like, yes.
Are all the books in it?
Not all the books, okay? Some books, most of the books in the world are located inside this database. Not all are inside yet because new ones are coming out every single day. Okay? Anybody has any questions? Yes.
Is it the NLB books or everything?
NLB book. If you're doing a display for the NLB, you're gonna do an NLB,
Yeah, NLB.
right? Okay. So now it's time for you to